Against the backdrop of some quarters that the by-elections that were held at the weekend was free and fair. There have been reports of some discrepancies that occurred from beavers not working party agents caught with large sums of money, low turnout of voters, and in some places it was marred with violence. Another question to ask is why is there this discrepancies in terms of the INEC, and when will they eventually get it right? We'll be discussing the just concluded by elections that were concluded over the weekend, not forgetting the fact that Zamfara State was declared inconclusive, and the leadership crisis in the Labour Party and how it affects their performance in the by election. We'll be talking about these and other stories in the course of our discussion this morning. Beautiful morning to our esteemed viewers, and welcome to ACNNTV now streaming live program, reaching you from the capital city of the nation. I am Rachel Egbunu, and I will be doing this alone. I have my co-anchor with me this morning.
Femi Ogunai, it's a privilege to be on set with you.
Thank you,
this morning.
Sylvia. Good morning. And how was your weekend?
Very well, as a married man.
Okay, you don't have to say that. It's okay, I know. Thank you. All right. And to do justice to some of the questions, especially with the by-election that just happened by the weekend, we have with us in the studio Barrister Patrice Akwara, who is a public policy analyst. And joining us virtually from Imo State is Barrister Callistus Ihejawa, KSJIJP. He is the Labour Party chairman Imo State. You're welcome to our guest in the studio. Welcome to the program this morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning. And how is the family?
I'm doing well, thank God.
All right, you're welcome. And to our virtual guest, good morning. You're welcome to the program. All right, viewers, remember you can join the conversation via the number showing on your screen or through the social media handles displayed on your screen. It is always a pleasure hearing from you. But first, we'll take a look at some stories from the front pages of some national dailies before us this morning. It's over to you.
All right, thank you so much, my uncle. Thank you so much. And of course, starting with the Vanguard newspaper this morning. They are both masthead. Rice farmers blame price hike on cartel middlemen. That we can find on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. Zenith Bank marks 35th anniversaries, celebrates pioneer customers, long-serving staff. That we can find on page 12 of the Vanguard. Federal government Jonathan ACF celebrates IBB at 84. That we can find on page 13 of the Vanguard newspaper. Insurance industry comes under pressure from rising cost claims. That we can find on page 21 of the Vanguard. Quickly moving to the major story, how APC swept by elections. That's great.
I guess they use their broom to sweep to sweep it.
Oh God.
All right.
This country is a joke. Is there looking at the kickers? Wins 12 seats, Abga to PDP 1, and then PP 1. Of course, Labour Party 0 and the new coalition 0. I don't know. Tinubu fits winners as opposition parties kick flood by election. Dress rehearsal for 2027 polls, ADC. This is a rehearsal towards what is going to come. There may be no election in 2027. PDP is saying that. It's mockery of democracy. Labour Party said that. By-election win, endorsement of Tinubu by APC. Of course, below the picture story, NEP fund loans will pay fees students are charged. Alausa. That we can find on page 8 of the Vanguard. Zelensky, that is the president of Ukraine, rejects territorial concessions as Putin offers security guarantee. That we can find on page 13 of the Vanguard. Nigeria Labour Congress strike notice. NSITF admits 50% deduction. That we can find on page 9 of the Vanguard. And of course, that's all we have from the Vanguard newspaper. Moving now to the Punch. Starting with the above masthead. APC opposition clash over by-election results in 12 states. The kickers. Tinubu hails winners. INEC as PDP, NNPP, ADC rejects results, threatening lawsuits. Shipping, and of course that we can find on page 2 of the Punch. Shipping crisis delay Dangote's 3,550 CNG truck. That we can find on page 28 of the Punch newspaper. Below that we have court orders. Full disclosure of 37 billion renovation by National Assembly. 37 billion naira to renovate the National Assembly. And I hope they will obey the court order. That we can find on page 3 of the Punch newspaper. Now to the major story, workers' compensation. Federal government backtracks as NLC holds ground. Kickers. NISTF moves to advance strike. Says AGF will refund workers. NLC leaders meet. And of course, this is very wonderful. We have the picture story there where we have the Nigeria deport 42 convicted Chinese, Philippine cyber criminals. I hope that is that is true, because we've had a lot of problem with Chinese people saying that they have always been around as criminals, making things go back in Nigeria. I hope this is very true, that these people have been deported, and that we can find on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. And going to the bottom line strip, NCPC resumes Israeli pilgrimage with 50% subsidy. Yeah, I want to go to Jerusalem now. Thank God I will leverage on the subsidy. That we can find on page 16 of the Punch. 2 Nigerians die of suspected poisoning in Libya. That's bad. That we can find on page 4 and 5 of the Punch. ICRC issues new PPP guidelines for MDAs. And that we can find on page 28 of the Punch newspaper. That's all we have from this end. Thank you so much.
All right, moving on to the Guardian newspaper. I'll take it below the masthead. Serap 6 probe of pay to present motions bills claim. That story is on page 3. And on an inside story, Alausa, we are bringing Nigerians out of school kids back to classroom. We've heard that several times. We see how that goes. We still see them roaming the streets. Replacing Tinubu with Jonathan, not solution, but system overhaul, says Farotimi. And the lead story here says over 10 banks, insurers, risks forced merger in race for new capital. That story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And beside this graph here says Chief of Army Staff reshuffles, appoints new principal staff officers, general officers commanding other commanders. The story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And on page 9, KB government announces Zulu monarch's passing in London hospital. Same London again. Okay.
London is the hospital. Nigeria is the burial ground.
Yeah. When they die there, they bring them back to Nigeria. And we have this chart here: road to 2026 recapitalization. Below that, by elections, opposition's fragility exposed as APC tightens hold with 12 of 16 seats. Did you hear that? Opposition's fragility exposed as when we don't have a Labour Party without anything, Labour Party and is it ADC? Zero. Yeah. All right.
ADC.
That is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And on page 7, Afe Babalola canvasses better education sector to check insecurity. Afe Babalola canvasses better education sector to check insecurity. And EFCC RNS deport 42 cyber criminals, 150 to follow. The story on page 9. And the last story here on page 16, pensioners deserve a duty of care and prompt payment. And I'm sure that is what they need, not to delay their payment as at when due.
Yes.
And this is all from the front pages of our daily this morning. Like we always say, go out there, get the papers for yourself and verify the stories. We don't just read the front pages and it ends here. All right, this is it. On Saturday, the by-election was concluded in the country, and we hear of stories of some discrepancies. We hear of agents seeing them with money, and even some politicians themselves, and some were even mad with protest and here and there. Okay, your take before we go into how it's fared in all the states that was conducted. What is your take on the by-election that just concluded this weekend?
Some old song. What do you expect? It's still the same thing. Nothing has changed. Nothing different happened. Still the same music. And that's just simply the ruling party takes it all. Ballot snatching, BVAS not working, allegation and counter-allegation, go to court. And when you go to court, you know the rest. So nothing changed, still the same old school music.
This is just a by-election.
Yes.
And what do we expect come 2027?
27.
It's just around the corner, and in some cases the turnout was very, very low compared to the previous times these elections were being conducted. What are we seeing? Is it that people are being relaxed? Okay, if I go out there, my vote doesn't count anymore. I just feel okay. Rather than go out there, waste my time, my resources and energy, why not just sit at home? Whatever they want to do, they should just go ahead. Is this what we are expecting to see come 2027? I think I'll throw that question to our virtual guest from Imo State. If you can hear me, please.
Yes, please, can you repeat the question again?
Oh, okay. I was talking about the low turnout in this by-election that was just concluded on Saturday. We hear in some parts of the country there were low turnout of voters. Is that what we are expecting to see come 2027? Is it that people are okay, whatever they want to do, they should just go ahead? Because even if I go out there and cast my vote, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because whatever it is they want has been concluded. Is this what we are foreseeing come 2027?
The truth is that as the days go by, the people are becoming disenchanted and uninterested in our electoral system. After what happened in 2023 presidential election, when the people came out en masse and voted for Labour Party and Peter Obi, and their results was rigged with impunity, it affected a lot of people. And today, so many of them have not recovered from that shock of daylight robbery of Peter Obi's victory. It has really affected our people all over the places. They are very skeptical as to whether their votes will count again. If it did not count in 2023, which was like a revolution with a ballot box. But unfortunately, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu and INEC scuttled the will of the people to elect the leader of their choice. We are praying that the people should not give up, because what is happening so far has really not helped matters. Look at the by-election. It was properly covered by the media. Low turnout, like you rightly said. And the reason is that people are no longer happy. They no longer have the trust that the electoral body, which is INEC, is unbiased and that they will be fair enough to allow their votes count. So it is just a kind of, if you ask me in simple words, it is a terrible situation for our electoral system. And the APC should not be happy, even though they are benefiting today, because like it happened to PDP, tomorrow the table will turn and another political party will come on board. They will start lamenting like PDP is lamenting today. The earlier we all join hands, irrespective of party affiliation or divide, to rebuild our electoral system and to restore confidence in the electoral system, the better for all of us.
All right, Barrister Callistus, please, I want you to please stay with me. I want to say quickly that a few months ago, you came on here and we spoke about how Labour Party rose to visibility and prominence through the integrity of Peter Obi. And then you said Labour Party has been in existence and has been very strong before Peter Obi came on board. And now this morning you are saying the people are not happy. That is why they didn't come out and vote. But then recall that in 2023, people were not happy, the masses were not happy, and they came out en masse to vote in favor of Labour Party. Are you not disturbed that it's because Peter Obi is maybe not really getting the respect deserved from Labour Party, and people are thinking that Labour Party is now trying to toe another path? Because in the by-election we have APC as 12, NNPP as 1, PDP as 1, APGA 2, and of course Labour Party 0 and ADC 0. Is it not that the in-house problem in Labour Party is taking a strong toll on the party as to what happened at the by-election? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Just to correct that, you twisted a lot of things together. Listen, if you recall, in my previous interview with you, which you just referenced, I have never denied the fact that Peter Obi added value to Labour Party. I've never denied that. And it's also a fact that Labour Party added so much value also to him. It was a mutual beneficial outing that we had in 2023. Now, the people are angry over the system. They reacted and Peter Obi became a beneficiary of that anger. Do not personalize the outing of 2023. It was not a personal issue. It was a general anger of Nigerians on the existing system that is being piloted by APC. And we all needed a change. And Peter Obi and Labour Party benefited so much on that. That anger is still there. But like you rightly pointed out, the internal crisis in the Labour Party has not helped matters. And it's very unfortunate. Those of us who are critical stakeholders are not happy, and we are making serious effort to resolve those problems. But unfortunately, some of our leaders are also not helping matters. See, some people forgot the fact that it takes two to tango. When you refuse efforts towards peace, it will not be possible, no matter the effort of the other party. Now look at the outing we had last Saturday. Labour Party was technically excluded from that election. And instead of our leader, Peter Obi, to become concerned about it, what did he do? He went out and was campaigning for ADC. This is a man that said that he's still a member of Labour Party. And INEC technically excluded your party from contesting that election. Instead of you to rise up in opposition against that, you became so happy and publicly campaigned for ADC, another political party, which you claim that you are in coalition with for 2027 election. You did not even wait for 2027 election to come as you claimed. You quickly jumped in and started campaigning for them. And at the end of the day, ADC got 0, Labour Party got 0. What have we achieved? Nothing. I think the truth needs to be said that some of our leaders should check themselves very well. Perhaps they are surreptitiously working for APC. Because if you are killing Labour Party, which is the main party that Nigerians have found it worthy to rally around to push APC out, and you are indirectly killing the party, think about it. You may be the one working for APC.
Okay, Barrister Carlistus, I would like to stay with you. We know there is a crisis going on in the leadership of Labour Party. Who is, as it stands now, the leader,
yes,
of
chairman.
the chairman of Labour Party? Because if you don't have a leader to control the leadership of the affairs of the party, I don't know. I don't think we will get it. They will get it right at the end of the day. So, who is the right chairman of Labour Party as it stands today?
If you notice, I was laughing to that question. Very wonderful question. Thank you for asking me that. If you check INEC portal this morning, Monday, 18th August 2025, you will see the name of the national chairman of our party, Barrister Julius Abure, conspicuously on INEC portal. That is the national chairman of Labour Party. The internal crisis that were instigated by some of our leaders in the party to distract Labour Party from the ongoing effort towards pushing for electoral reforms. The whole game was to distract us, but unfortunately we have been distracted, but we are finding our feet back. So to answer your question straight, without beating about the bush, the national chairman of our party remains Barrister Julius Abure.
All right, Barrister Callistus. You said Abure is the chairman, but there is a court order now that the tenure of Abure has expired. That's number one. Number two, quickly, is that few months ago, this same Abure Julius was seen with the FCT minister, Wike. And people are like, is it that Abure is the one trying to sabotage the party? What is Abure doing with Wike? Are you not concerned as the party chairman?
Okay, thank you so much. Number one, sir, please, you are a journalist. Earlier on during the newspaper review, your co-presenter said that people should not rely on a headline. Go and investigate and read the details before you speak. There is no court anywhere in Nigeria, as of today, that declared that the tenure of Barrister Julius Abure has expired. Please disregard those media propaganda against Labour Party and Barrister Julius Abure. You are a journalist. There is no court, I repeat, that declared that the tenure of Barrister Julius Abure has expired. Those are falsehood and propaganda planted in the media, and unfortunately, everybody is carrying the news. Then, secondly, on the second arm of your question, Barrister Julius Abure remains the national chairman of our party, and he is doing everything he can to rebuild the party. You are asking me what was he doing with the Minister of FCT, Nelson Wike. I don't know why Nigerians are making a story where there is none. Have they asked Wike or Julius Abure what was the reason for the meeting? Or is it that Julius Abure, as an individual and even as a national chairman of Labour Party, can no longer hold meetings, even for whatever reasons? Let me answer you directly. I've had cause to discuss with my national chairman, Barrister Julius Abure, and he told me in confidence, and I believe him so much, that the meeting he had with a FCT minister had in no way in any way compromised the leadership of Labour Party or the role of Labour Party as opposition party. As a matter of fact, that it has nothing to do with politics. Unfortunately, people blew it out of the wind and made a lot of insinuations where there was none. We have seen where leaders of opposition party, including our leader, Mr. Peter Obi, meet with so many people, I dare say people with questionable characters. And one of you in the media asked him about that, and he said, in this journey to new Nigeria, you are going to meet the good, the bad, and ugly. You are going to meet those who made Nigeria fail, and those in that he needs everybody. If Peter Obi can need everybody to move Nigeria forward, who said that Barrister Julius Abure does not need anybody to rebuild Labour Party? I'm saying it by the way, but hear it from me as a state chairman who is close to Barrister Julius Abure. He has not compromised Labour Party in any way.
Oh, okay, not to make it a show about the Labour Party, but I'll definitely ask you this very question. We saw what transpired at the just concluded by-election with Labour Party having no seat at all. What do you foresee come in the nearest future with whatever it is that is happening in the party in regards to Labour Party come 2027? Is there hope? Is there still hope for the Labour Party? So much,
and the time is very short.
It's very short. We have barely less than two years.
Yes, the time is short.
So how can they come up to gain that trust that was given to them 2023?
Yes.
How can they win that trust again with all that is happening?
Thank you so much. Let me repeat again that in the last by-election, which was held last Saturday, Labour Party was technically excluded by INEC in that election. And that accounts to why we had no victory in any of the constituencies. We are in court as at this morning with them to challenge that technical exclusion of Labour Party. Now to the main question, how do we rebuild the trust and confidence of Nigerians? Honestly speaking, I must admit that a lot has gone wrong. And the earlier we start putting our acts together, the earlier we start confronting our challenges and engaging Nigerians, the better for us as a party and the better for our leader, Peter Obi. We need to go back to Nigerian people and begin to directly engage with them and champion the cause for electoral reforms. Without electoral reforms in Nigeria, what is happening today may be a child's play to what will happen in 2027 general election. So, in a nutshell, we have a job to do, serious job at that matter for us as Labour Party. First of all, to amicably resolve this ongoing internal crisis in our party. And it needs everybody to come together on a table of brotherhood where we will look at ourselves face to face and apologize to each other. The truth is that we have wronged ourselves and we have even wronged Nigerians that repose a lot of confidence in us. The time we're supposed to be engaging APC and make sure that we hold them accountable and demand for good governance on behalf of Nigerians, we were busy fighting ourselves. It is not too late, though time is running out on us. But I pray that we start. If we start now, we can get it better before 2027.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Barrister Callistus. Let me come to you, sir, Barrister Akwara. What happened a few days ago, the by-election? Some people insinuated that it was a testing ground for APC to probably bring to bear what is their plan for 2027. Are you thinking that is the plan? Because some places we saw that there was bylaw snatching and a lot of mishap and what do you think? That is it a testing ground for 2027 election?
What we are to foresee, same scenario occurring.
Yes, like I said earlier, there is remarkably no difference in what we witnessed on Saturday from what has been the norm in Nigeria's electoral cycles and systems and practices. So it's not just about what APC will unleash in 2027. For me, is simply I can say that the spots of the leopard, they are still there. And like Barrister Callistus said, without electoral reform, or not even necessarily electoral reform, without a system put in place to correct all this mischief, all this litany of mischief that's going on in our electoral system, the corruption, the malfeasance, without a definite system put in place to correct them, we can only witness all these things happening. And even if we reform our electoral system, even if we amend the Electoral Act, you ask yourself, who are those who are going to implement these things? You ask yourself, if there is any litigation arising, which court, which judiciary will adjudicate on this matter? Is it still the people, the same people, or are we bringing people from Burkina Faso or from heaven? The people, have they changed? So it's still the same thing. There's no, I don't see any magic. For me, it's a hopeless situation.
All right, if you are saying it's a hopeless situation now,
Yes.
are you saying that the masses voting come 2027 is going to be a waste of time?
Except the masses will react differently, or not even react differently, except the masses will be proactive.
How?
Good. To ensure that the electoral process is transparent. That is how. Don't forget that I have participated in this in our election system twice as a candidate. So I'm not just talking like, I'm not just giving a bystander's opinion. I'm also talking from experience. Except the people are proactive, not just reacting. Except there is a definite, and I think we need a leader that will set the tone, that will ensure that things are done transparently. The leader must be transparent, because it is the head that thinks for the whole body. So a situation whereby the kind of leadership we presently have accommodates all these kind of corrupt practices. They will tell you, they will snatch the ballot, run with it. Both spoken and body languages. You will see the judiciary compromising. I was discussing with some people yesterday. How can the Supreme Court of a land, this is something anybody in year 2 law, as an undergraduate year 2 law student, because there's a course called legal system, and there's another one that looks like it called legal method. So in legal system, and then there's another one called administrative law. In legal system, it is trite law under that administrative law system, that where there is a status, that is a law, and that law gives those who are operating that law, using it to regulate a system. Let's say, for example, we have NNPC. The law creates NNPC, and inside that law gives NNPC the right to regulate the system. And NNPC regulates that system and comes up with what they call rules and regulation. Engage and use it to engage the stakeholders. That law is called, that regulation is called subsidiary legislation. NNPC cannot depart from using that regulation. They cannot say, no, we cannot use this. They are the ones who brought it. And it is that law, that statute that authorizes them to make this regulation. So in a case where the Supreme Court will come and tell you that INEC is not bound by the regulations, electoral regulations they made, which legal system taught them that one? Which administrative law? In administrative law, you come up with regulations as empowered by the law, and then when you use it, then the judicial review. Even there is this case, Garba against University of Maiduguri. You cannot depart. You must follow the rules you have made. And then if somebody feels that you did not follow the rules you made, and then goes for judicial review.
Good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good morning. You're welcome to this program.
Yeah, thank you. The anchor and your co-anchor, the guests in the studio, and your virtual guests. The by-election result and the outcome is something everyone should carefully look into it and have a reflection of what would happen in 2027. This just by-election is not something, for me, it's not something we should be crying over, because someone like me, I expected this kind of thing. In fact, for APC to be jubilating, having swept over about 12 states, someone like me, I'm not surprised. I would have been surprised if Labour Party had won any state. I would have been surprised. In fact, I will go on a lone protest, because Labour Party has been a party of inconsistency, has been a party of unseriousness. So you can't tell me that with what is happening in leadership of Labour Party, they should expect to even appear on the ballot box. So it is, for your virtual guests to be saying that as this morning they are in the court, that is how they will still be in the court. Even to eat food in the morning, they will still need to go to court. Why? Because the leadership of a Labour Party, they took P2B for granted, and for no reason they were happy because P2B is like floating politically. Now let us see how it will, the outcome. Labour Party, as far as I am concerned, or politics is concerned in Nigeria, as P2B is exiting from that Labour Party, even on television very soon, you will not be seeing anything called Labour Party. And I want to tell you, by how we are seeing the just concluded by-election, I also want to tell you that 2027 is another season. Another season, many people will cry. Like your emotion, you will just invest your emotion, invest your time, and at the end of everything, you will cry. See what is happening in Enugu State, APC and PDP. The PDP candidate of this just concluded by-election is still in prison. What happened? They alleged and locked the young man in the prison, and his name is on the ballot box. And they voted. As we speak now, nothing is happening in Enugu State. I don't know what is happening. Whether the Minister of Information and Technology, whether he's technology, that is Nnaji, whether he the next week we had in Enugu State, I don't know. But I want to believe that the election is gone. Anybody that is going to court should just prepare that nothing is coming out of it. Example, Labour Party. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughts and your opinions there. When Barrister Patrice Aquara was talking, he made mention of the youth and rising up to the occasion and stuff. I know how it happened 2023, the efforts the youth put in place. They even stayed late at night for the first time to make sure everything goes according to plan or goes well. But at the end of the day, whatever it is that transpired, it really turned out the other way around, not the way they envisioned it to come out.
I need to correct something.
All right.
The guest, the chairman on the other, the chairman of Labour Party, I just read a press release he made, and what he's saying. He's actually misinforming the people. The court, the court on Friday dismissed Labour Party's appeal of the judgment of the Supreme Court, and INEC, in a counter affidavit, told the court that Abure's tenure has expired. That is the judgment of that court, and the court upheld it, and the court also struck out the matter, saying that they don't have jurisdiction. So, in being the chairman of this, he's a lawyer, and he understands the implication of misleading the public about court judgment. I just finished reading the law report on it, a mini law report on it. It's not. I've refrained from making any statement until I see
if Barrister Callistus to have anything to say.
No, I've not even finished. Okay. I refrained from until I just read the e-law library report, which stated that Barrister Abure's tenure has expired, and on account of that struck out the matter, saying that they don't have jurisdiction to entertain a matter that the Supreme Court has given adjudication on. That's the law.
All right.
Barrister Callistus, I was able to put it straight the other time that there's a court order saying that Abure's tenure has expired. Now again, you can hear that this is not a propaganda as you've supposed. What do you have to say now that the leadership of Abure has expired?
Can I quickly comment? Can I quickly respond?
Go ahead.
I still emphasize that there is no court order anywhere that said the tenure of Abure has expired. I'm so surprised that my learned friend is coming up with that version from his phone. There is no such order. I have not seen such order, and I'm not aware of any of such order from any court.
Nobody is talking of court order.
Remember,
nobody is talking of court order. Nobody is talking of. I didn't allude to any court. Don't hide under the nomenclature of court order. What court decided was that Abure's tenure, I can read it for you just with kind permission of is in delivering the judgment, the court referenced Supreme Court April 4, 2025 ruling.
You are reading a report.
No, not a law report. A law report. No, it's not a media report. A law report. A law, not a media report. A law report.
Please cite give me a certified copy of the judgment.
No problem.
Please.
Hold on a bit.
I'm not part of such media propaganda.
So it's not a media propaganda. It's a law report from the Nigerian Bar Association e-law library. It's not a law report. It's not a media. They are not media. It is NBA e-law report, which you and I, as legal personnel, so just let me read it. In delivering the judgment, the court.
I have not seen what you are reading out from. And I have our legal team who
you don't need to see it. I'm the one reading it.
On that day.
You don't need to see it. I'm the one holding it. I can't be holding it and you seeing it. So that is natural. I'm not spirit. So I can't be like what you are using your mouth to talk. You are the one talking, saying it. I'm not the one saying it. So just listen. Let me finish reading. In delivering the judgment, the court referenced the Supreme Court's April ruling, appeal / then, and which requires lower courts to implement Supreme Court decisions. INEC in INEC's counter affidavit, INEC noted that Abure's tenure, along with that of the National Executive Committee, ended in June 2024. The Commission also stated in the affidavit that it did not monitor or recognize the party's March 27, 2024 convention in Nnewi, labeling it a violation of the Constitution, the Electoral Act, INEC regulations, and the Labour Party constitution. And following the ruling, the suit was struck out. The interim national chairman of the Labour Party, Senator okay, this one is now their own comment of what Senator Nenadi. So what they are saying there is
it not obvious that you are just reading a comment from somebody? Is it not obvious?
No, it's not. It's not from anybody.
Why will you do that on a national TV?
No,
is
listen. Don't
somebody's opinion.
Don't impugn what you don't know. I just joined into what Nenadi Usman said, but I didn't read it. So what we're saying here is that that's not somebody's opinion. This is a court certified judgment and INEC affidavit.
What you just read now, is it a judgment?
Don't use technicality to. Don't use technicality. Stop deceiving the public. Stop deceiving the public. No, I cannot. Stop deceiving the public. Don't be political. Be straightforward.
Why did you stop halfway?
Why should I read? Why should I read somebody's opinion?
So obvious and it's very unfortunate.
Why should I read somebody's opinion? I can't read somebody's opinion. I stopped at where the court stopped.
That is what you.
So I cannot give you.
So far is somebody's
Stop misleading the people. That's what I want to tell you. Stop misleading the people, please.
Everybody knows. What you read so far is nothing but an opinion.
It's not true. What you are giving is your own opinion. What you are giving is your own opinion also. Your opinion is in the dictionary.
You read.
Your opinion is your. What you are saying is also your opinion. What you are saying is also your opinion, which you are entitled to. You are saying your opinion. Your opinion is it superior to anybody's opinion?
You came out here and attempted to deceive the public that you are reading the judgment.
I told you I am reading. I read INEC's affidavit. I read INEC's affidavit, and if INEC, the regulatory body,
is the judgment of the court.
So, and the court upheld INEC's affidavit. The court.
All right. And just lambasted INEC.
No problem. So stop deceiving the people. Okay, in the next 1 week or 1 month, we will see what will play out and know who is saying the truth.
Okay, please,
let's leave it at that.
Just leave it.
Thank you.
Yes. And yes, we'll move on.
You are prejudiced and biased against Julius Abure and Labour Party.
I don't have any bias against anybody. I don't have any bias against anybody. I'm just. You are the one that is biased because you are the state chairman, so you are the interested party. You are part of that suit. You are an interested party. No, you are. I'm not an interested party.
Thank you so much.
I'm not an interested party.
Can you hear me, please?
You just exhibited your bias, your interest, your prejudice.
That is your opinion. You are entitled to your opinion.
We have this comment from a viewer. I'll take it off from here. Good morning, Nigeria Newsline. I have this to say. I and many Nigerians do not trust any word from any political ruler. And during last election, we voted a person, not a party. If Peter Obi, whom we all believed he is not very corrupt as many others, if he is coming up with any other party name and he is still in charge of that party, Nigerian will still vote for him. Lastly, no Nigerian arms of government deserves any trust because of human beings that are there. But if a good person shows up and is given a chance to lead Nigerian based of good heart, record, self-value and integrity, will follow the person, not a party. National influence is gone. Let us stop English and new parties. And
let me tell you something. Let me say this. Let me say this. You know, I've stepped out from politics. So what my learned friend is saying is not new to me. You know, politicians in this country, they have this bad conscience. They have this that's why the country is the way it is. And notice that Labour Party, which has been a political party, an unknown quantity in the political space, but because of P2B, became something to reckon with.
They rose to prominence.
And a lot of people won on P2B. But look at them in the National Assembly. How many of them have integrity? How many of them have been able to rise up?
They've even defected.
Thank you. So what he's saying, he's just part of what he's exhibiting, trying to deceive the people about a simple, you went to court struck out your matter.
Are you saying that Labour Party has lost their integrity?
They have no integrity.
As it is now.
Yes. And that's
Nigerians cannot trust them.
Is trying to distancing himself from them. he went to court. Court struck out your matter. What are you talking about again? Saying that uphold even somebody who is not even a lawyer should understand it. And he's going about telling people this.
Can you foresee what will happen to them come 2027?
Now, immediately P2B leaves that place, like somebody said, it will be just like it's just like an archive. They will just be archived in the dustbin of history.
Wow.
Okay, I'll allow Barrister Callistus to respond to these.
There's nothing to respond to. I'm not talking to him. I'm not. Don't make it as if he's a big bat. I'm not. I didn't talk about him.
No, like it's not about him now.
No, not about him.
But you will listen to him. He will make it about him.
Okay, just round it up as we conclude on the show this morning. And the way forward in our electoral system come 2027. Are we for?
May I know if I'm still part of this program? Am I still part of this program? Otherwise, that should go and do other things I have for the day.
I'm referring this question to you. I'm addressing this question to you.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
please.
you just heard what he said. If you have anything to say concerning that, and as we round up, just your concluding word and the way forward come 2027 with our electoral system. If it is still the same thing we are going to experience come 2027, or there will be difference, please just you summarize it in just two minutes and we go. Thank you.
Okay, out of courtesy and respect for my person and for our party, I will just ignore the falsehood and the insult he just threw at the party and at myself. Now going straight to
that's not fair. There is no that I said no. You are the one causing this, and I said the record straight. That when I was talking, he was coming in. No, you cannot benefit from what he did not do. When I was talking, he did not allow me, and you people did not come to my rescue. So he cannot just.
Okay, please, just hold.
That I insulted the party. I just told you that without P2B, Labour Party, everybody knows that.
We also have.
You call yourself a lawyer?
No,
you call yourself a politician and a political activist?
No.
You open your mouth to say without P2B, Labour Party will not exist. P2B is an individual and Labour Party is an institution. So you are trying to say that without P2B, there won't be political party in Nigeria again? That is the genesis of the problem. Elevating individual above institution. That is where the whole problem started. And whatever the individual does, everybody says, oh, it's okay because he's the one that did it. Is that how to run a political party? Is that how to run a democratic space? P2B is somebody with so much respect. But at the moment, I think if anybody is honest, he should be advised to retrace some of his steps because they are not deepening democracy in Nigeria. And in summary, please, for the records, Labour Party is a political institution duly recognized and registered by law. We are doing all we can to put our house in order. And we are still focused in giving Nigerians the alternative government that they deserve. And I'm very certain that very soon our internal crisis will be resolved and we will bounce back stronger and better. Nigerians should not lose hope. No political party is perfect, and Labour Party is not an exception. Thank you.
His Excellency Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, promised the incumbent president, come 2027, that he will deliver Imo State into his hands. And you, as the party chairman of Labour Party in Imo State, do you think there is this strong formation of your Labour Party to contend side by side with APC as per the promise made by the governor to the president?
In 2023, when Hope Uzodinma was still serving his first tenure, he could not deliver Tinubu APC. Is it in 2027 that he will be finishing his tenure and battling with a very serious trouble of whether or not his political party will produce his successor? Is that when he will deliver APC in Imo State for Tinubu? It's not going to work because we Imolites here, I want to particularize it to Imo State now since you talked about our governor. He does not have what it takes politically to deliver Tinubu in Imo State. In all the elections done so far, APC had not won presidential election in Imo State, starting with Buhari till date. In 2027 will not be different.
Okay, now looking at the structure of your party, you have confirmed to us that there is in-house crisis in Labour Party. Do you think you can still go ahead?
It's not in doubt. It's not in doubt, and we are not happy about it.
All right, thank you so much. That's all.
We are not happy about it, and we are making every effort to resolve it.
The truth of the matter is that, with respect to your question, most of all these small parties, all these, I wouldn't want to use the word mushroom parties, but I know everybody knows the strength of each political party. Apart from the major ones, they can say anything. Even though the governor comes out to say that he will deliver Tinubu, one thing you need to know about Nigeria, some of them who are being made party chairman, they are just young politicians, they don't have experience, they are relatively new, and then somebody puts them there and they say what the person wants to hear. If a governor tells you he will deliver the president in this kind of Nigerian corrupt electoral system, who is going to stop him? Is he what he said that will stop the governor? Let me tell you, most of these, they don't really understand. So I started politics from my father, and then being a student union politician, and then in 2013-14 ran for PDP Federal House, wow. And in 2019 ran again.
Wow.
So if
for PDP.
I had to join the former governor Richards took me to AA, so I was the flag bearer for AA.
Wow.
When Uche Nwosu was flag bearer for AA Undergo. So this kind of experience, and then if a sitting governor, mind you, Uzodinma will have 2 clear years to stay in office before his own tenure expires after Tinubu's election. Mm-hmm. If he comes to tell you that he will deliver Tinubu, who is going to stop him if he wants to? In this way, do you think we're in America?
So with what you're saying now, I think most governors in...
anybody who says to the contrary shows that he's a political neophyte. If he wants to. With the way Nigeria...
We hear of this with so many governors now giving it to Tinubu at the end of the day, they will deliver...
And that's why Tinubu has been empowering them. Do you know how much the governors receive from FAC? I'm empowering them. Do you know Tinubu is a calculating, highly, his political sagacity is out of this world.
Maybe we should just go relax and sleep, because at the end of the day,
you know how much the governors are collecting.
Okay, it's obvious.
The federal allocation.
Federal allocation. Do you know how much is empowering them? Whether they will deliver him whether they will return good faith. You understand? According to that level, it's a different thing.
All right.
I can assure you,
Thank you
they want to do it. Nobody has not even a party chairman of Labour Party or AA.
Thank you so much, sir.
NPP.
I want to thank our virtual guest for being with us this morning, Barrister Callistus, the Labour Party chairman of Imo State. Thank you so much for honoring us.
And he's my friend, though. He's my friend. Last time I went to Owerri.
Wow.
He was the one who picked
after
me
that,
and
you can go ahead and
he was my friend, though. But that we are friends. We are.
You can agree and disagree. You can agree and disagree on something. You can agree and disagree on something.
No, I was only correcting the error you peddled in the public space. I was not personal to you.
All right, Barrister Callistus, thanks so much for coming this morning.
You see, you are still the one. You are still the one. You are even the one. You are the one insulting me with your words.
Thank you so much for coming this morning.
I'm happy that you told Nigerians that you also ran election under Mushroom Party.
Thank you so much for coming.
So I understand how your Mushroom Party works.
Barrister Callistus, thank you so much for having us on this morning. And of course, Barrister Agora, thank you so much.
And when I ran under AA, it wasn't a Mushroom Party. It was a party backed by Reuters Okorocha.
Thank you so much for coming this morning. We are very grateful.
Thank you.
And to my uncle.
Thank
you so much. Thank you so much.
Femi, for having me too on this program. It's nice doing it with you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And to our viewers, thanks so much for being with us this morning. And that's what we have for you this morning. Don't forget that the power of the populace reside in their cooperation and ability to understand their environment and going out to take action, because a slavery on one is a slavery on all, unless the masses come out to talk, because a muted community is a defeated community. God bless Nigeria. I'm Femi Ogundare. Bye for now.